Everyone, welcome to Tech Tools PD session for teachers by teachers in this Zoom meeting. In this meeting, we will work on using two separate tools to work to engage students in a learning setting, in addition to assess their understanding. So we will be using Flip and Blooket. And once again, this is for teachers, made by teachers. All right, so the first segment that I'll be working on is teaching you guys how to utilize Flip in a setting that is best for you. All right, we'll focus on teachers being able to interact with Flip and being able to create something that they will be actually able to use in their classrooms. So by the end of this PD session, 80% or more of you will have created a Flip that you can actually use in your classroom, whether it be while collaborating with other people in your own discipline or cross disciplines, but just creating something that you can actually use. The reason being for using this tool is that we want to engage students in learning by using different technology, because we know with technology, boundaries drop away. So first off, I'm going to give you guys a minute to go ahead and get to Flip. I did post this link in our PD classroom, so you can go ahead and take a minute to create an account. After you create an account, you can create a group, which you will see on the right-hand side of this setting. So I'll give you a minute now to go ahead and first create an account. All right, as I've seen you guys have walked around, or I've walked around the class and pulled up some of your different Zoom boxes that you were sharing with me. I have seen that you guys have all created an account, which is wonderful. We're going to go ahead now and work on creating a group. So in the top right-hand corner, you can create your own group. If you would like to down the line, this is what you will be doing. In that right-hand corner, it is that group button right there. So choose a theme. You can add coworker or co-teacher. If you are a co-teacher, this is a great way to collaborate with the person that you teach with. It's also able to sync straight to your Google Classrooms, which for most of us is our LMS. So it's a very nice way to integrate something that is already, nice and easy to work with. So as you guys can see here, I created a topic for our period 2 class, my period 2 class, and it's on agents of socialization, one of the things that we talk about in sociology. So once you create your own group, you can create your own topic, whatever topics that are in your units or objectives, or if you're just using this as a supplemental tool, it could just be, the theme for the day. You can see up in the top right-hand corner, you can edit the theme, kind of match it to your class or whatever it is that you are trying to use this for, whether it be a club or an activity. You will then create a topic. This is after you clicked on create a topic. This is what you will see. So there's where you will add the title for your topic and a brief description. After you're done doing that, you can post the topic. So as you guys can see here, all right, this is my example. Agents of socialization. I had an image that goes along with it. After you created the topic, you can go ahead and share it with the class. So I've already synced this straight to my Google Classroom page for my students. I've also copied the link and posted it in our PD sessions. You can see the example from my class. You can also share it in many other formats as well. I know a lot of math teachers use Teams. If they are using it for a club or an activity, you can share it through Remind for parents or even Twitter, whichever you'd like. All right, so here is my example. All right, once again, I did post this in our classroom page. If you don't have a Google Classroom page for whatever you're using it for, say it's for parents, you can just share the code and they'll be able to join that way. Once again, I use this primarily in my classroom page, so I just sync it automatically straight through Google Classroom. All right, after you've created one, this is kind of what it would look like from the student side. On the agents of socialization, I went ahead and went through my description of what my expectations were for them. So I'll give you guys a minute or two right now to kind of dabble in my example, and you guys can go ahead and join and check it out from the student side. All right, now that you guys have had a chance to kind of work through that, to see a member view once you're a teacher after you've created it, you just click on the member view and it shows you exactly what the students would see on their side. So that's where that green is highlighted. Here's what it looks like when I am responding. So you can go ahead and create a response. So basically in Flip, you're using videos to go ahead and respond to whatever the prompt is for this. So this is a screenshot of me creating a response. Ultimately, this is kind of like creating a TikTok video or a Snapchat response to whatever the prompt might be. After you have created your video response, it can be as short as you like or long, depending on whatever the requirement of the teacher is. You can go ahead and kind of make it more fun and your own. And this is where I've seen students really thrive by using filters and pens and text to kind of make it be more fun. So once again, these are all the different effects and tools and filters and stickers that you can use. After I played around, here's kind of, one of my video responses that you're able to change the background, which gives students a little bit more ability to get creative, in addition to coming up with something that they're very proud of. Once you're ready to post your video, you can add a caption or even share the link. And then your video image is your edit cover. And then you can view and collaborate. So all your posts can be shared with your classmates, and you can use this in a collaborative way for you to view and respond to your students and their questions and comments on certain topics or whatever you're using it for. And it also gives them the ability to collaborate with one another and kind of use other people's responses as a second. If you need more help on using this tool other than what I will be giving to you in the PD session, there are teacher and student links in this YouTube in these YouTube presentations, and they're a great how-to reference. So I will go ahead and give you guys a few minutes now. I want you to work on responding to my Flip post, just to kind of see how it is on the student's end. All right, and then I want you to use the remaining time for this Flip portion to create your own that you will be able to use in the future. Once again, you can work with people in your discipline or across different disciplines to be more collaborative. Feel free to ask any questions you have. You can type in the comments or go ahead and shout out during the Zoom presentation, whatever you need for me to give you any aid possible. So the next 15 minutes will be for this. All right, now we're transitioning into the Blooket portion of our presentation. The learning outcome are for teachers to be able to interact and use Blooket in their classroom page. Once again, I want 80% or more of you guys to be able to create your own, not just interact with the one that I've created by the completion of this PD session. The component that we will be utilizing is 1F, assessing student learning. So Blooket is a very interactive way to assess students, and we are going to go ahead and start by creating an account. So I have posted this link in our Google Classroom page as well for our PD session. You can also sign up just by going to blooket.com and signing up. If you were someone who just wanted to use it once, you could just join the game that is being used. But for you guys in your teaching segment, I would like you guys to take this time to go ahead and create an account. All right, now that you've all created an account, it's time to get started with your first Blooket set. So before we actually use my example, I want you guys to go ahead and kind of dabble with creating a set by seeing what I've done. So I'm going to walk you through the process of my example, and then I will give you guys time to utilize my example by checking it out and playing around with it and then creating your own. So here is what it looks like on the front set after you create an account. All right, and you just need to click on that purple button that says create a set. From there, you've got the title. You can create the title for it, the description, get an image in there, decide if you want it public or private. You have also the ability to have a Quizlet imported, which is what I'm going to use. And I know for more math teachers, there's spreadsheets that you can import as well. All right, after filling out the information, you can pair it with Quizlet if you'd like. This is something that I do a lot because I've created many Quizlets in the past, and it's just a nice time saver. So once again, you click on that button, Quizlet Import. You find a set that you've created, so you could search your Quizlets or someone else's if you want to search the public ones. And then you click on this button right here, the 3 dots, all right, to export it. Once you've exported it, you'll go ahead and see that you have all your vocab. It'll go ahead and have you copy the vocab straight over from Quizlet right into the Blooket. And this is kind of what it looks like for my example. So for my sociology class, once again, sticking with that one, you can see I have all these different terms here, and it already went in, added the questions from the imported Quizlet, and it highlighted the ones that are correct. So it kind of shows you from the teacher side. You can navigate how much time you want them to allow to have it. You could copy the same question and switch up the answers. But all these are different tools for creating and saving the set. Once you're done, you will save it, and it once again looks something along these lines depending on the information you filled out for the images. As you can see here, you can view the name of the set, how many questions there are, how many plays have happened, the settings, the edit options, how to host a group, or solo if you want people to be able to review on their own. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and kind of move forward. All right, I'm going to host a game. First off, I just want you guys to see that there are many different games that we can use utilizing that same set. So it provides opportunities for students to continue to engage in these vocab words in different settings where they won't get bored re-encountering these words because it's, different game style settings. All right, so when you're hosting a game, there are many different options. Like I just said, different games allow you to continue to be exposed in that vocab in many different settings, providing additional buy-in from the students. All right, there are limited suggestions to the games once they play, so there are some type of limitations. For example, you can only have a certain amount of players in, all right, or a certain few amount of players, so 4 or more for some games. For example, the Battle Royale, you need at least 4 players, or 12 or more for teams. Right. So when you're hosting a game, solo or team setting, it's very similar to Quizlet Live or Kahoot. They will get a code, or you can share a link straight into a Google Classroom page. So once again, it doesn't have to be connected to your LMS, but it could be. You can post it in there or just share the code. All right, games that you can play solo. There's a few less options, but it's still a way for the students to interact and get feedback on how they are doing with the vocab. So here's one game that I kind of navigated through. It's called Cafe. All right, and you had to interact with the vocab words after you got so many correct in the game. It kind of showed you, you got money, that you were able to provide for food, and so on and so forth. So it makes it a little bit more fun. Teachers can view the analytics of how students are doing, and they can view the plays on the topic, going to history and watching how students are progressing. So you can tell how many students are actually taking part in the Blooket during class, if you're actually doing one where you're hosting it during class, or how many students interacted with it on their own outside of class in a solo setting to review. How do I assign question sets for homework? Once again, for solo, all right, this is the how-to response. You can click on host set of questions, and then click assign homework. It's pretty simple. Blooket does a great job helping you walk through the process and making it extremely user-friendly. Here are the other how-tos that Blooket once again makes it extremely easy to use for teachers, having a lot of the simple questions already answered ahead of time. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use this time now to try it out. Once again, I will be here in the Zoom. I will be hosting a game, so you can either join the game right now, or you can go ahead and get started creating your own Blooket if this is something that is a tool that you might want to use. Once again, reach out in the chat or by talking out loud if you need any questions answered. The code for the Blooket is in our chat right now, so go ahead and check that out if you want to play the game side for a little bit. And then at the end of the PD session, we will go ahead and answer any last minute questions you guys have. So here you are for the next 15 minutes. And thank you for joining our PD session today, everyone. Here are the resources in case you guys need to check anything out. Once again, this presentation will be available for you to click on any of the links that were in the presentation. Thank you so much. Have a great day.